where'd you go? Hey. Come here, come here.
Okay.
Mommy's right here.
Please come. Oh my God.
Isaiah.
Okay, everybody back up. I think he's trying to switch.
Okay. Mommy loves you. I'm right here.
I think he's just trying to take care of it.
My son values you.
No, he's playing with it. He's playing. He's playing with it. No. See there. Please protect him.
Please protect him. Isaiah, be calm. Be calm.
Good.
Be calm. Be calm.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are they coming? Are they coming?
There's the zoo worker.
Oh my God, he's drowning. He's drowning. I cannot drown.
Just the mom should go. He's just sitting there. I think she's right there. Get the kid out of here.
So hi everyone, this is DomisLive and welcome to DomisLive News, and I have a very interesting story for you guys, and this one is very similar to a story that I did a few days ago. Now, do you guys remember the stories that I reported on when the guy jumped inside of the lion's pit butt naked, wanted to commit suicide, and he jumped inside of his lion's pit, and either the police or the zookeepers, they ended up killing the lions to protect him, because he was getting mauled by the lions. Now, this guy wanted to commit suicide. He was pretty much hallucinating out of his mind, jumped in his pit to do so, to die. And the lions ended up dying. Now, a very similar situation happened a few days ago. A boy that is 4 years old in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, that is, at the zoo, decided to climb between the bars, and he fell inside of a gorilla enclosure. Now, when he fell inside of this gorilla enclosure, the gorilla, it seemed like it was protecting the boy, but it was dragging the boy around pretty violently, as you guys can see it from the video. Now, this is a very scary situation. A lot of people over social media blasted the woman for not watching her kid at the zoo. You have to watch your kids. I understand accidents happen and things like that, but you gotta watch your kids. Well, this gorilla had hold of the little boy, and it seems like it was honestly protecting the little kid. It wasn't trying to hurt it or anything like that, but people feared that the gorilla was going to hurt the kid because it wasn't leaving its side, Then at that point, they shot and killed the gorilla. They didn't tranquilize it. And one of the reasons they're saying that they did not tranquilize the gorilla is because it takes at least 10 minutes for the tranquilizer to kick in. And they had to shoot and kill the gorilla to save the little boy. I hate this because, these people, of course, are put in a horrible situation because a woman, a father, whoever was there at the zoo, did not watch their kid, and their kid decided to climb between the bars of the enclosure, fell down into the pit, and God, I hope the kid is okay because, judging by how high up these people are, this kid fell pretty far, man. I'm sure he hit his head and all that kind of stuff, Hopefully the kid is okay. I hope he doesn't have any broken bones, but man, it is sad to see this gorilla die. So judging by the information I have here, it says that the boy crawled through the bushes and fell 12 feet into a moat. So that is crazy, man. The boy fell 12 feet. The boy is only 4 years old. So imagine how much damage he took from that falling in there, It had to be pretty painful for him. Now, to be honest with you guys, I feel that the parents or whoever was watching over this kid should take some sort of responsibility for their actions. Okay, you're at the zoo, right? Are you really at the zoo for you to enjoy yourself, or are you at the zoo for your kid to enjoy themselves? And if so, why are your eyes not on your kid? Why are your eyes on the gorilla and not knowing where your kid is? It's mind-boggling to me. And look, I understand. Accidents happen, right? You know, there's times where, you know, parents may be in the store and all of a sudden their kid gets away and gets lost. You know, this is one of those same situations, but in this situation, a life was lost. And it's someone that was put in a situation that they had no control over. And it's just sad. It's just so sad to see something like this. So some very hateful things were said to this mother, and I'm going to read some of the stuff that was over social media. Some of the stuff I think people are overreacting, but at the end of the day, I do feel that the mother should face some type of charges, maybe child endangerment or something like that for putting her kid in that situation. And also the zoo needs to do a better job of, you know, building a better enclosure so that way kids cannot go through these bars or kids cannot fall into these things. Something needs to happen. Someone needs to get in trouble for this. And this is what some of the people over social media said. That animal is more important than your shit kid. That's what one man said. Another woman wrote, "You should have been shot." There was a bunch of other racial tweets that people threw at the woman as well. And that, you know, that's just stupid. Like, I don't understand why people need to take things to that level. There's bad parenting in all races, to be honest with you guys. There's bad parenting in all freaking races. There's no reason to, you know, to throw racial attacks at anyone over this situation. Should the woman be charged? Yes. I've said that a million times. The woman needs to be charged with something. It's unfortunate that this gorilla lost his life. For what? For what? He lost his life because a woman couldn't watch her kid. That's stupid. That's like me losing my life because a woman could not pay attention to her kid. It's just stupid. It's stupid. Some people out there are probably going to say, oh, it's just an animal. Who cares? It's just an animal. Look, man. Animals, humans, we all have life. It is what it is. I guess unless it's a cow and I want some beef and I don't care. Now, gorillas can be very violent, but the footage that I've seen this situation and other situations whenever kids or people fall inside of these enclosures, it's usually the gorilla protecting the person, or, you know, the gorilla just being around them, maybe picking up the person or something like that. But, you know, there was so much room for error that I guess they had to do what they had to do, because if they would have shot the gorilla with a tranquilizer and it takes 10 minutes to kick in, and the gorilla was right in front of the kid holding his arm or whatever the case is, there's a good chance that the gorilla would have done something violent because it thought the kid did something to it. So I guess they had to do what they had to do in that situation. But I would have liked to seen them maybe use a water hose to spray the gorilla, and maybe the gorilla would have stepped away from the kid. I've seen situations like that. And maybe the people with guns or whatever the case is have went inside of the enclosure to get the kid. But that's the thing. These people were scared to go inside of this enclosure and to get this kid away from the gorilla. And who wouldn't be scared? I mean, this gorilla would rip you to freaking shreds. Like, if you think a man punches hard, get punched by a freaking gorilla. You know, like, there's just no way you're going to freaking win that fight, man. This thing is like 2 times the size of you. It's massive. It's strong. It's not human. Anyway, I'm just tired of seeing situations like this. And like I told you guys earlier in the video when I talked about the whole lion situation, you know, I made a statement saying that should the lions have been killed for someone who wanted to kill themselves? Like I told you guys the story. The guy jumped inside of a lion's pit to commit suicide by lions, and they ended up killing the lions to protect him. A person who did not want to live another second on this earth caused other mammals to die. And it was just unfortunate. A lot of people believed out there like, wow, you know, you should save the person. You should save the person. You know, I guess you should. But I just hate seeing innocent people die over someone who wants to kill themselves. Like, it's just stupid to me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. And by the way, I do have a gaming channel. If you guys want to go check that out, there's going to be a link in the description where you guys can check out the gaming channel. That's where I upload all that kind of stuff. And I do news on this one. This is DomisLive. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. And I love you guys. I love ya. Peace.